What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with another action figure review. In front of us, Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. We have a 4-pack Amazon exclusive. Aquaman Volcanic Island is the name of the set. And we have the Aquaman versus Black Manta set with the Manta ship. Super exciting stuff. Let's dive on in. Scouring Target for this set, and ta-da! Available on Amazon. $30, a very cool looking set. And we get some lights and sounds on the Manta ship. Here is the UPC if you need it. This is an awesome looking set. And yes, there are sounds and lights, and I can't wait to unbox this one. The Aquaman Volcanic Island 4-pack. 2 figures we already have, 2 that we don't, so very excited for this. Here is a look at all 4 figures on the back. Of course, in plastic-free packaging. That is Amazon style. And it looks very good. This is not a window box for show or anything. So it's not going to be like the other 4-pack that we got at Target. But nonetheless, very cool figures. Very excited to get this one open. $30 on Amazon. All right, so we got everything out of the packaging. Here is what we get. The Manta ship, Black Manta, Aquaman with their tridents. And in the 4-pack, we get Aquaman with his eskrima sticks. We get Orm with some chains. We get a Manta Man with a gun. And we get another Black Manta with his trident. So a lot here, a lot to unpack. For me, most of these are actually duplicate figures, with the exception of Stealth Aquaman and Orm. The 4-pack that we got at Target actually covered a lot of this. But we're going to take a closer look at the new stuff, a little bit of a repeat look at the old stuff, and compare these to some other figures. So very excited to see how they stack up. All right, let's get into it. All right, so from the Aquaman versus Black Manta battle set, here we have the Manta ship. It looks very much like a manta ray. I think that is really cool. On the underside, we see this is kind of like a net that maybe he'll drop on bad guys. There is no on-off switch or anything like that. The batteries you put in right here. Honestly, I think this thing looks sick. And what I always do, I guess in my mind, is I compare it to the Hawkman ship from Black Adam. For me, that was like an ultimate failure of a toy. I hope not to be too harsh on it. If you're a Hawkman fan, like, kudos to you. I'm glad you got a Hawkman ship, but it was a big hunk of plastic. It didn't really do anything or have any play feature, and so this, I think, definitely looks cool. It's a little bit on the small side, but I already think this is, definitely one up on the Hawkman ship. And then we press this button right here, and we get lights and sounds. I'll turn off some of my lights so you guys can see this just a little bit better. Yeah, so it's pretty good for the most part. Nice orange lights here on the side. Wow. That is so cool. Wow. Very cool. I really dig that. Wow. So many sounds. Very cool. We also get this little piece down here to attach to the bottom. It came separately inside the cockpit. I don't know how tough that's going to be to put on, but man, that does not want to go in. Oh, there we go. So it looks like a little Manta gun at the bottom of the ship. I'm not really sure how that works as far as like anything that you can do to stand it up on its own. You could do it like this, like it's a rocket ship ready to take off. So that is pretty cool. Let me turn on some of my lights again so you guys can see a few other things about the Manta ship. So we also have this here in the back, some propellers, which the box advertises. And I was like, what is going on? What is this? It's just basically saying it articulates. So these spin on the left and on the right. So very interesting touch. But ultimately, very nice to have. And I really think if you're a Black Manta fan or an Aquaman fan or a Spin Master collector, this is definitely going to be one that you want to have. Ooh, it articulates? Wow, that's cool. Okay, so check this out, guys. This little gun on the bottom, it articulates. You can move it left and right. Can you move it up or down? No, just left and right. Very cool, very nice added touch. I think that is fantastic. A very cool looking toy. As far as opening up the Manta ship, there's a little groove right there. And so that is where you can place your finger to pop open the cockpit. And on the inside, there's actually not a lot going on here. This again gives me Hawkman ship vibes. There's really there's nothing going on here. So I'm gonna take Black Manta and see if he'll fit. Oh my gosh, does he not fit? That would be really bad if he didn't fit. All right, let's see. It's really not even a seat. Let's see, does it close? Oh my gosh, barely does it close. Holy smokes. All right, but Black Manta is there in the Manta ship. Very interesting piece. There he is, and there he just kind of waddles around in there, moves back and forth. There's nothing that holds this back. It just closes shut, and that's about it. And unfortunately, Black Manta doesn't have a really good seated pose. Kind of had to make his legs cross over like this just a little bit so that way he would fit. But yeah, ultimately not bad. Again, I'm keeping in mind this is $30, lights, sounds, features, 2 figures, and 2 accessories aimed for kids. It does do what it advertises. It's just definitely not on par with collector's items that you would usually see. Something that McFarlane would put out, or really anything else, Hasbro. But yeah, not too bad. All in all, I do like this. This is definitely fun, for sure. All right, so briefly here, we'll take a look at Black Manta and Aquaman. Again, these are repeat figures. Black Manta we do get in the Target exclusive 4-pack. But if you didn't get him there, this is another great way to get him. And if you don't get him in this set, you could get him in the Amazon exclusive 4-pack. So all in all, a very nice figure. I think very true to what we've seen actually in the comic books, even though this is a movie figure. Still looks very nice, and it has all of the articulation you would expect. His legs do kind of go out when they go forward, which is unfortunate. That kind of reminds me of the Black Adam fiasco with those figures. It doesn't go out too much, but at least, it's definitely better with the cut at the hip as well, and then the bend and the twist at the knee. So all in all, not too bad. He does come with his trident, which is great. So very nice, very happy that they included this. They could have just given us him and not given us Aquaman, and we would have got it. We would have understood what this was for. Aquaman, this is a repeat for me for the 3rd time. We got him in the WB 100 pack. We got him in the 4-pack at Target, and we got him again here in this set with Black Manta and the Manta ship. Ultimately, a very solid sculpt, and I really do like this a lot. Just a very nice looking figure, and so happy that they included it. This is a really good gift set or a Christmas set. That's probably what they were going for, and he of course has his trident as well. So ultimately for $30, 2 figures, 2 accessories, and a vehicle with lights and sounds, not bad. All right, for the Amazon exclusive 4-pack, starting with Stealth Aquaman, a very cool looking figure. Man, I thought this was just going to be a repaint, but this is a completely brand new figure with a different design. And yes, this is sculpted in texture. This is not just printed on design. This is so interesting. It'll be really cool to see in the movie how this takes shape, why he has a stealth costume, but nonetheless, very cool design. He's got silver on the arms. Kind of reminds me of Bucky or the Winter Soldier. Very cool. I really like this design. On the side, we get similar here, a little bit of that metallic or silver going with this right here on the sides, similar to his previous costume. So very nice touches. Ultimately, a very cool looking figure. I wasn't expecting this. If he gets a single card release, that would probably be really cool to display. We do get peg holes at the bottom of the feet for this Aquaman figure. On the back side, just some more awesome detail and design. Very cool set. I can't wait to see how this translates in the 12-inch version. I'm sure it'll look even better This is absolutely fantastic. So Aquaman has articulation in his head side to side, very hindered by his hair. It barely moves. We have movement in the arms to come out, forward and back, full 360, bend, twist at the elbow. Movement in the legs, they come out about that far, forward about that far. They don't really go back. There's a cut at the hip. We have a bend and a twist at the knee. And he does come with his two escrima sticks, or whatever you want to call them. I'm sure there's a reason for them, but it definitely gives me Nightwing vibes. So these just go into his hand like that. And even though on the box it shows him just holding one, he does have two. So that is very nice. And so these just go in his hand just like that. They are a nice matte gray. There's no extra design or detail here as far as paint goes. Nothing specific, but they are sculpted very well. So I can definitely appreciate that. And ultimately, this guy just looks really cool. Next to the standard Aquaman, you can see the difference here. I just lost one of those sticks. But yeah, they are like two 100% completely different figures. Maybe with the exception of the head sculpt, even then it looks like the hair is sculpted just a little bit different here. It's kind of like wavy, whereas this one is not. It's a little bit more straight. Let's see on the back side. Oh, and we lost the second escrima stick. Yeah, interesting. So the head sculpt might be the same. Everything else, though, definitely 100% brand new sculpt. And I got to say, this looks absolutely fantastic. So there's our Stealth Aquaman, a very cool looking figure. Next, taking a look at Orm from the Amazon 4-pack, a very interesting figure. And of course, by lore, he is known as the Ocean Master. So very interesting design here. You would think that maybe this is a reuse of Black Manta or even an Aquaman costume of some kind. Nope, this is a 100% new sculpt, all brand new. And man, is there a lot of design here. I think if you went like to dry brush with a silver paint of some kind here, you would have a very, very cool looking suit. There is so much texture, design, and detail here. The camera is not going to give it justice, honestly. This is a very cool looking figure. I always found it kind of funny that like Orm looks exactly like how classic Aquaman would look. Blonde with the slick hair and clean cut. So very interesting. And he does have the Aquaman belt symbol insignia. So very interesting there. Ultimately, though, just a very nice figure. Wow, peg holes on this one, too. Very cool. And on the back side, I really like that a lot. This kind of makes me think maybe there's something to do in the movie with him having a helmet or something based on what is around his neck, or maybe it's chains. We do get this like chain shackle thing. So like he's a prisoner of some kind. Not too bad. Not too much design or detail here. But yeah, ultimately, very happy to have Orm. I think he's a really cool figure. I think giving him like a black cape maybe would be cool. And then having him hold a black trident would be awesome. His articulation is pretty good. Standard for what we see with Spin Master with the arms, the elbows. Very nice in the head. Legs come out about this far. Forward, they don't really go back. There is a cut right here at the hip and a bend and twist at the knee. Very cool. Ultimately, you guys, I really like this guy. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. It works. Can he put his hands in there all the way, though? Like he's not just holding it anymore? Not sure. Although they do advertise it like this. Let's see. Can his whole hand fit through there like he's a prisoner? Yup. Yeah, it can. Cool. Very nice. So yeah, Orm definitely in prisoner status right here. This looks great. I gotta say, I really like this one a lot. All right, and some repeat figures. I will say, very happy to have another Manta Man. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite figures from this line so far. I think this is just such a cool idea to make this like a soldier. And so having more than one, very happy for me to army build this. And I gotta say, it just looks really cool. Not a lot of movement in the head, unfortunately, but really the design is where it's at for this figure. So very happy to have this one. Interestingly enough, this time we get this figure with the gun that came with the shark guard. Whereas last time this guy came with a sword. So not sure for the change, which kind of makes me think maybe Spin Master does not know who's going to get what kind of accessory, and maybe they just had some art to go off of and they kind of did it like that. But yeah, this shark guard, I mean, this this Manta Man came with a sword last time. Now it comes with the shark guard's gun. So very interesting. And of course, Black Manta we already got. We already know all about him. Maybe it would be cool to repaint some of these in different color schemes. I know there's like Black Manta's father who would also like have a Manta suit. So maybe you could like make one a little bit older, scuff it up. You could even probably do one of these helmets in gold. That would be really cool. So definitely some good quick customization ideas. And then having another one of these staffs makes me kind of think like you could definitely cut off one of these, maybe like this one right here on this side, and use that for Aquaman's hook hand. Sorry, let me focus in there. Yeah. So either one of these, this one on the left or the right, could be a really cool hook hand for Aquaman. You could chop off Jason Momoa's hand and hot glue one of those in there. That would probably look really good. Ultimately, you guys, a very cool figure. Black Manta, I don't know why he doesn't have peg holes at the bottom of the feet. The shark guard didn't either. Neither does the Manta Man. I just don't know why they would give some of these guys peg holes and not others. It really kind of doesn't make sense. I will tell you too, sometimes these guys can be very, very difficult to stand up, and other times not so much. Here they're behaving for me. So all in all, not too bad. All right, so here we go. All the duplicates that I have. If the figure is holding its accessory, it's brand new from this video or these sets. If the figure is not holding an accessory, it means they're from a previous set. And yeah, they're all duplicates. They're all pretty much, for the most part, exactly the same. I see a few minor details or differences, probably not on purpose and probably just based on my copies and what I have. I'll show you those. So for Aquaman, you will notice some differences in the hair. The new one that we got with the set with the Mantis ship definitely has the most blonde in his hair. And the other differences with the hair that you'll notice is sometimes there's paint on the forehead, sometimes there's not. This one from the Target pack definitely had some extra paint on the forehead. I see maybe just some minor paint on the forehead on this one. No paint on the forehead for the WB100 one for sure. For Black Manta, I see absolutely no differences at all. 100% exactly the same. If I'm wrong, catch me in the comments, let me know. But yeah, I see absolutely zero differences. For the Manta Man, very similar to Aquaman, just some minor paint differences that I see, especially in the helmet. So this is the new one from the 4-pack on Amazon, and that orange striping here and there is definitely different from the one that we got that's at Target. Obviously, those stripes look way different, and so that's pretty much about it, just some like much more solid striping. And other than that, these look like they are the exact same figure. Also, just very interesting to point out that while they're a very similar design, the tanks on the back of both these figures for Black Manta and the Manta Man are completely different. They look really good. They look very similar, but they are definitely different designs, probably meant to have similar functionality. But yeah, definitely different sculpts, 100%. So very nice. All right, next for a size comparison, here we have one of every Spin Master Aquaman type character that we got so far, previous incarnations from the comics, and all the current movie figures that we have so far. These guys look fantastic together. A close-up for you of these comparisons. Here is Shark Guard with the previous King Shark Hammerhead variant. Here we have Black Manta, the original comic book one that we got in the 2-pack with classic Aquaman. And these guys look great side by side. Very interesting to see these details up close. I think they look fantastic. Very nice representations side by side. Here we have Orm next to classic comic book Aquaman. You can see those similarities like I was saying earlier. Clean cut, shaven, and blonde, so very interesting. And here are the Aquamans with the facial hair and the long hair. All in all, you guys, these look fantastic. If you're an Aquaman fan, this is such a cool lineup to have in your collection. For another size comparison with the other Spin Master movie figures from the DC movies that have come out in 2023, here we go. What a year for DC. So many figures in the 4-inch scale. Wow, Spin Master has done an incredible job, with the exception of, and it hurts my heart to say, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which only got one figure. Really cool to see this lineup, though, and to see so many figures from the movie universe make their way into 4-inch scale. These guys look fantastic together. Just a little up close for you, side by side on these guys. In case you have any questions or wondering how any of these guys fit in with each other, they all fit in very, very nicely together. I really like that they're all on the same scale, so great to see that. And for another comparison with our new Aquaman figures and some previous Spin Master comic book figures, here they are, some older sculpts, some newer sculpts. All in all, they fit in very well. Comic book figures just a little bit taller for the old ones like Superman or Wonder Woman or Flash. The new ones like Nightwing, Robin, and the Batmans definitely fit in a lot better. But all in all, very nice. An up close look if you're curious about how any of these guys scale with each other. All in all, I gotta say, not too bad at all. I think they all fit in together very nicely. Really cool to have these new Aquaman figures in the Spin Master lineup. Next, for a size comparison with the Manta ship, comparing it to some previous Spin Master figures. Here we go with the Bat-Jet and the Batmobile from the Flash movie, the Bat-Cycle from the Flash movie, and of course Hawkman's jet from Black Adam. So you can see here's kind of an overhead view. They're all kind of about on the same scale. You'd think though a submarine should definitely be way bigger than a motorcycle. But if you're just putting them together in a lineup or you're a kid playing with toys, these definitely fit in nicely. Alright, you guys, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. We have the Aquaman versus Black Manta battle set, $30 on Amazon. And we have the Aquaman Volcanic Island 4-pack, an Amazon exclusive, also for $30. Very cool sets, you guys, and I had a lot of fun with these. As you can see, I even found a cape for Orm, so very happy about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're going to pick up or pass on these, what you're finding online and in your local areas. I would love to hear from you. You guys, the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all of the support has been absolutely phenomenal on the channel. Thank you, each and every one of you. As I find more new cool and awesome stuff, I'll be sure to bring it to you right here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.